Moo goes the pig in crisis. Wait a second, no they don't. Luckily we have someone literally educated in the field to correct this error. The cow in crisis goes cultural appropriation. Hey fellas, Onus here and welcome back to With a Y, and today I want to talk to you about one particular account that is a part of this wider collective of just animals in crisis, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't blame them. Like, livestock species have it rough out there, and it weighs on my conscience. Not enough for me to stop eating burgers, but for me to go, "Aw, that's sad." Like, we're gonna be focusing on cow in crisis here because I've been enjoying their tweets the most, but just in the pig in crisis's replies, you have the chicken in crisis going oink, and the pasture discourse heats up with the pig calling said chicken dense. Per calorie, are chickens denser than pigs? Like, do you get more nutrients out of them? I'm pretty sure bugs have like the most amount of nutrients you can get by eating one as far as energy loss, but I don't remember. But this cow just like tweets seemingly benign thoughts several times a day. Like, it genuinely tweets as a cow who I would believe is particularly stressed. Some days it will just be a take on the state of the weather, or what counts to weather as a cow, because he has no idea what weather is. The grass was mid today, I believe that. And like, this got 153,000 likes, and that's what got it on my radar, but some of the more outrageous things that are going on at the farm where this thing lives are absolutely insane. The farmer is getting Narcaned. Listen man, if you're a local farmer, you are not making enough to live day to day like you used to be able to 100 years ago. You gotta be making some drugs in the fucking basement and pawn it off on the black market, and unfortunately, when you are in stressful life conditions like this, you might dip into your own supply. That said, rural areas are just generally being ravaged by the opioid crisis, so it's just a whole bunch of bad circumstances contributing to something like this. I love the cow in crisis's bio. Like, the at is cow in crisis, like it's a peek under the hood, but it's just called cow normally, as if like it's just trying to hide the pain very evident in its eyes. Fuck my big Angus life. I love stupid shit like this, man. Tripped on the grass, but played it cool, I think. How do you trip on the grass, man? It's blades of the thinnest plant imaginable. Like, you can't stub a toe on that shit. I think you accidentally misstepped and dug a hoof in the dirt, and that's what made you fall over. Or maybe you just got cow-tipped, and the guy who did it to you got away with it, and they were laughing about it with their friends behind a tree that they successfully won the bet. Either way, sorry that happened to you. That's gotta be, like, really stressful. My thing is, I think we need to acknowledge that cows do exist more than to become a patty on my burger. Like, they have rich internal lives. Ate grass and shat it out. Hashtag productive day. I know this is probably the cows every day that makes them feel like they got a lot done in 24 hours, but as like a sentient being who's capable of much more than the cow will ever be, I do have days where I think, I did eat some greens today, and I did poop them out, and it didn't come out as pure liquid. That was a productive day. No, this is a more subversive bovine than I think a lot of people realized at first, because they said some shit like, be the burger you want to see in the world? Bro, that's your dead corpse. That's your mother you're talking about. I think they realized the bad optics of said tweet when they asked, wait, how do I delete a tweet? Wait. Genuinely bad looks out here. And here's the thing, Ben Grimm flashes on screen. People don't really think of cows, or animals in general, as active observers where it matters if they see what you did. Lowly humans really only think of other humans seeing something they did as like having a witness. But imagine if the cow had access to Twitter and like whatever fucking field like miles away from civilization he lives in. Barn is on fire, so is grass. If I had to guess, the cow's more concerned about the grass than whoever might be inside the barn. You'll learn very fast that this cow does not have a particularly good relationship with any of the other farm animals. It just tweets, can't wait to do this jigsaw puzzle of @pig in crisis, and it's fucking corpse splayed out on a platter. Like, that is ruthless, man. Like, I know they're herbivores and they don't eat meat, but they certainly go for the throat when they feel the need to. Itch on ear that cannot be scratched, fuck. I'm sure this is how people feel when they have a really specific scratch they need to itch in their middle back that they can't reach because they haven't stretched since they were like 15 in fucking PE. Here's my tip, if you plan on doing any sort of bodybuilding, make sure to stretch as well, man. Like, I feel there's a good amount of people out there whose backs are not entirely washed at all times because they can't reach up there. Like me, I can touch the base of the back of my neck by sticking my hand behind me. Now, that also comes with having really cool robot hydraulics, and honestly, showers aren't really necessary for me because I have like a self-cleaning thing. Just kind of better than humanity in every single way. You guys will be crushed under the boot of metal anytime now. now. But, you know, there's been like flashes of things happening around the cow, mild inconveniences it's going through that are really pissing it off, literal beef with its neighbors that are like pissing it off. But the actual crisis I think anybody undergoes is mostly internal. It's their handling of a situation. And we get insights from the cow on this as well. I don't have any belongings. I own nothing. And predictably, a tweet like this only gets like 400 likes. What the crowd wants to see you do is call out another social media livestock personality for doing something controversial, bro. But you call out for help and how sad you are that you have no material possessions to your name. And the whole crowd's gone. It's like, boo-hoo, get back to making funny bits. Get on the stage and dance for me, you four-legged freak. I just found out humans smoke grass, but that's for eating. What are you guys doing? The other funny part is when humans interact with this. Like, you have this dude going, please, not all of us. It's like, all right, you don't smoke weed. That's great, man. Getting back to the, again, literal beef that this guy goes through, he has a lot of fucking ops in the pasture. Cow says, good morning to everyone except Bull. There's a very good follow-up to going back to the cow as a witness to your sins going around. It has a lot of theories. I have not seen the farmer's wife in a few days. Suspicious. And my question is, what does this cow see that it doesn't think is suspicious? Stars are in the sky tonight, more than usual. Suspicious. What were you gonna tell me next? The moon continues to grow bigger and then smaller in like repeating intervals? I bet that really fucks with you because you have no idea what's going on around you. Case in point, I was calm 2 seconds ago. What happened? What changed, man? And I really can't answer that question because I have to ask myself that on a regular basis. Like, dude, I was just chilling a second ago. Where the fuck did the horrors start rearing their head from? That's something I have go on that like pisses me off on the regular, but there's only so much you can do about it. Farmer is barbecuing, but no animals are missing. Suspicious. That actually is something I would think is suspect as well. Like, do farmers barbecue often? I have never been a farmer in my life, if I'm being honest. I've never really had a need to eat food because robot. But if you did, would you like want to source particular types of meat from like where they've been curated in a grocery store? Or would you just kill like one of your normal stock and then just fucking use that instead? I don't really know, man. If any farmers in the comments want to sound off and tell me what it's more like, that would be helpful. Guys, what the fuck is leather? And see, this is one I couldn't blame the cow for being in the dark about, because if there was like some really expensive coat out there that was secretly made out of like human flesh to create the leather, I think if it wasn't disclosed from the jump and it was well made enough, a lot of people would be like, wow, so high quality. I've never had a piece of clothing like this before. And unfortunately for the cow, it and its brethren make up the majority of leather. But my question is there like really niche uses where a durable material like leather would be used to make clothing for cows? I think that throughout the entirety of human history, at least like 1 or 2 cows out there have had to have put on some leather shit without realizing they were like literally wearing the skin of their fellow resource animal, which is fucked up. I do have to give credit to some of the people in the replies who understood that the cow knowing the actual place leather comes from is not gonna help it at all. It's just gonna stress it out in a position it can do nothing about it in. There's this guy called Leatherface who wears human skin, so I can only assume it's human skin. Don't think about it too hard, little lady. Okay, yay! Incredibly merciful of that person to do for this cow. Another thing that the cow likes when humans do to them, I like when the humans wave at me when they drive past. It's the little things. I think I've driven by at least one cow that when I waved at it from the back seat, it like nodded its head at me, probably in coincidence because it didn't really know what I was doing. The cow running this Twitter account might be the only cow in the universe who understands what a wave is, a greeting, or cheating in Smash Melee. And I do not think that I had crossed paths with this cow earlier. Farmer dropped his pills in the field. Will update later. The only update we really got about this was feeling funky. And if this isn't our cue to get the hell out of Dodge, the cow said, I like you. Don't come to the pasture tomorrow. Yep, we've done our sightseeing, fellas. I think it's time we run. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at @withAY. Thank you again to Koei Tecmo for sponsoring this video. Be sure to check out Nioh 3, the awesome video game in the background of this video, at the first link in the description. Anyways, piss off.